Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm going to be dropping a gem, all right? I'm going to be dropping one of the best ways to make money from options, all right? And this is a different strategy. Usually you hear most people talking about buying call options or buying put options whenever they think a stock's going up. For example, like I believe Neil's going to go up till for the next year, right? So I do one until 2021 or 2022 about a call option, and that's all you do, right? And then you just hope that Neo will go up to $80 eventually, and that your premium that you paid for goes up in value over time, right? But we're not going to do that kind of strategy, right? We're going to do even a better strategy, all right? A better strategy that is a win-win in my opinion, okay? So first, you're going to pick a stock that you like for the long run, right? Pick a stock that you are willing to hold for the long run. And let's pick a cheap stock, right? Afria, you only need to pay $12.59 for one share, right? So to do this strategy, you need to have enough money to buy 100 shares of the stock that you want. So for Afria, you need to have $1,259 to buy 100 shares of this one, okay? And what we're going to do, instead of buying a put or buying a call, we're going to sell puts and sell calls, okay? And this is one of the best strategies to make money, okay? So say you want to get into Afria, right? But you think that Afria right now is pretty expensive, right? 12.59 stock's been going up for the past months, up 73%. You think it's pretty expensive, and you want to buy this stock, but you're waiting for the pullback, right? You're waiting for the pullback. You think it can go down to maybe at $11 is probably where you want to get it at, right? So what you want to do is, for me, I would sell a put, right, at $11, right? And you do one because you want to get 100 shares and you review it. All right. So with $1,100, you only get a $1, right? So you only get $1 for this one, right? But if you want to get closer to the money, say you want to pay $12 for the 100 shares, you do one, you get $7 out of your $1,200 every single week instead of just buying it at the current price, which is at $12.59. It's too expensive, right? Maybe you want to get it at $12. So you put this order in. So whenever it goes below $12. And if it stays below $12 before the expiration date of Friday, then you get to keep the $7 that you made. And then with that $7 that you made, you put that money into the Afria. And you keep doing this weekly, every single week. And maybe you want to do the $11, but you don't want to get $1, right? $1 for a week is like nothing. So do it for a month out, February 19th. You want to do the $11. Guess what? You get $80 premium. Instead of the $1 per week, you get for the $80 for the 4 weeks, for the month. And that's a way better deal, in my opinion. Right? That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. For 1, 2, 3, 5 weeks, instead of doing the $1 per week, you get the $80 for the 5 weeks. Review you only need to spend $1,100 and you get about $80. How much of a percentage gain is that? That's more than 7% gain for the month. Imagine you do that for the whole year, 7 times 12, 96% gain if you can consistently make the $80 per month. That's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. 12 times 80, what is that? $960 for the whole year. You can turn that $1,100 that you start putting in to $960 for the whole year. You can double your money like this. And this is a perfect strategy. You know why? Because you want to get into Afria, right? So you're waiting, and whenever you're waiting, you're making money. And if Afria does go down past $11, you get to have Afria for such a good deal. And you get to keep the $80. This is a win-win situation, in my opinion. And let's just say Afria goes down to $10, right? So it gets executed at $11, whatever, right? You get to keep your 100 shares, and you use that $80 to buy the shares. So now you have, let's say you have like 107 shares, and then you start selling. The next part of the strategy is you start selling the calls. You sell calls, you sell them for a month out. It's at $11 maybe, right? And let's just say it goes back up to 12.59, right? The next day. So then you sell a call for a month out, for 13, and you get to keep the $146 that money that you use. The best way to use that money is just to buy more shares. So you can put $80 already into Afria for the month. The next month you put $140 into Afria. You put $100 into Afria. You're slowly building out your position like that with the money that you're making monthly from your calls, your premiums that you're making. And this is why I think this is one of the best strategy out there, because you get the stock that you want at a discount and you're getting paid to do it. You're getting paid either every week, every 2 weeks, every month, or whatever it is, whatever how long you're willing to wait for the stock to drop. And eventually you use that premium to buy the stock and you build out your position slowly over time. And I love Afria because look at you, for only 100 shares you need to put $1,200. It's not that much money. And then maybe over time you keep putting $100 every week from your checks, and then you're making your $100 or your $200 every month from your selling your options and getting your premiums. And then eventually you get to the next stage. The next stage, maybe you want to get into Neo. Neo is a little more expensive, right? It's 5 times more expensive. You need to get $5,760, right? And guess what? You start selling the premiums for this one. Look at the weekly premiums for this. $48, $33, 26, 24, 19. Say you want to do it for $50, right? You want to do $50. It's $4 for 5,000. You don't want to do that, right? You wait February 19th, a month out, for $50. Let's see. You get $200 for a month out. That's pretty good. $200 for the 5,000 every month. Every month. What is that? 200 times 12, what is that? 2,400, right? You're making $2,400 a year just from your 5,000. That's way better than keeping your $5,000 in a bank account. You're getting 50% on your money for the year. That's amazing. That's better than the average for the S&P 500. And then with that money that you're making per month, you put it into Neo stock. Neo stock keeps going up. I believe Neo stock is going to be one of the better stocks. And you only do this strategy for the stocks that you like. You do it for the Neos, the Afrias. Maybe one day you'll be able to do it for the Shopify's. You need a lot of money for this one. You need 100,000, more than 100,000. But look at the premiums for this baby. Look at for the months out. Say you don't want to get it for 1,200, do 1,100 or 1,150. Let's just do 1,100. 1,100. Where is it? Right here. 1,100. You start making $2,000 per month. 2,000. Maybe you think that's a little more. Maybe you will do 1,150, right? Let's try 1,150. Then it's getting close to 4,000 per month. So that's the strategy. Start off small with a smaller stock, cheaper stock like Afria. Then you break your way up to another stock that's at the $50 mark like Neo. Then maybe $100. Maybe you want to get into 100. What's a good $100 stock? Oh, what's a good $100 stock? I know Square's like 200. Maybe you want to get into Square. What is it, Beyond Me? Beyond Me. Let's look at the premiums for Beyond Me. Let's look at the month out. Look at that. Maybe you don't want to pay for 134, maybe 125 or 124. Let's do 120. 125. You get your $400. The more money you make, the more money you can put in, and then the more money you can make over time. Versus after you're getting your $80 per month. Then your Neo, you're getting your $200 per month. Then maybe your Square, you're doing your $400 to $600 per month. Then maybe eventually you can get into Tesla, where Tesla's paying an insane amounts. Let's look at Tesla for the month. Tesla for the month, if you want to get a good discount, you want to get a $40 discount, you get your $4,000 per month. That's an amazing deal if you ask me. You get Tesla for a 5% discount than what it is right now, and then you're getting paid your $5,000 plus for that. But obviously you need to put down $84,000 in collateral. But it's a win-win strategy if it's a stock that you love, that you believe is going to keep going up, and that you're willing to hold for the long run. This strategy only works if you're willing to hold the stock for the long run, so you can keep getting paid those beautiful premiums on a weekly basis or on the monthly basis, depending on what price you're willing to pay. So let me know down in the comments if you love this strategy. This is probably one of the best strategies out there. This is a win-win situation in which you just keep getting paid no matter what happens with the stock. You can do this with Neo. Neo goes up $10, goes down $10. Doesn't matter. You still get paid. Doesn't matter. You still get paid for this. This is why I love this strategy. All right. There's a little gem for you guys. Hope you guys use this to build up your portfolios over time. This is a strategy that will build your portfolio over time slowly. But remember, small gains over time transfers into success, into big money in the long run.